Happy Nurses Week. Thank you to all the nurses. You guys are the backbone of healthcare. Nothing would run without you. And so to celebrate this, I'm going to share my top 5 collabs with nurses. And by collabs, I mean when we collaborated on patient care. The first scenario is a slick poop change. And what that means is when a patient's dressing or chucks underneath their bottom is soiled, there's a very slick way to change their chucks underneath without making a mess. And one time I was helping nurses out, they were actually teaching me how to do this, and I was worried I was going to get it wrong because there was a lot of stool, but we changed it without getting a single thing on anything else, and that was a proud moment for me. The second collab happened during intern year where a patient had very, very long dressing changes, and I had a little bit of time one day, and I helped out. And I got to know the very, very unique and cool life story of the nurse and the patient. And now when that nurse and I cross each other in the hallways, we're just like, remember that time? This third one I actually really, really love. So we had a patient that didn't have that many resources. They were worried that they were going to lose their dog because they hadn't been home in a long time because of the hospitalization. And they also worried that they were going to lose their job. And then when the nurse social worker and I were talking about how we can solve this, the nurse somehow found his neighbor and asked his permission to speak to her about the situation. Neighbor found the dog because she broke into his apartment, found the dog, was able to take care of the dog so he didn't lose his dog. And then the neighbor gave me the number to his boss. I asked him permission if I could talk to his boss about a situation. And he said yes. And so I talked to his boss and he didn't lose his job. The social worker nurse and I went to drinks afterwards. The fourth one came around a very, very tough night. This patient really, really needed IV antibiotics, and it took me an hour to get the ultrasound-guided IV in, but I would not have gotten that IV in had the nurse not been just holding the patient's arm steady. The patient got the antibiotics. And the fifth one is more like a generic scenario. I really love protecting my staff. Like, when a nurse is like, this patient is being disrespectful to me, I think that's a perfect opportunity to really build rapport, not just with your patient, but with your nursing staff as well, and reassuring them that like you are on their team, you're there to also protect them, and you will not tolerate disrespect to them. I've had to do that a couple of times this year, and I think it's truly rewarding to be able to communicate to everyone how much nursing staff really do for their patients and put that all into context. So thank you to nurses. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please keep doing what you do. And here's to more collabs in the future.